we got one more. On the Motorola Moto, we're gonna take yourself off mute. Tell me your name, please.
Is that good?
And what's your name?
Dustin Reed.
Okay. Mr. Reed, this is suspended up, so I'm going to read it to you. It says that on or about September 30th of this year on 54th Street there in Lee Township, that you were driving while license suspended. That is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail and or $500 fines and costs. Understanding that charge, do you wish to enter a plea of guilty or not guilty to that charge at this time?
Right out of the gate, the judge makes it clear this court isn't here for sympathy stories. The tone is firm, almost weary, as years of illegal driving are framed not as misfortune, but as repeated choice. This opening sets the foundation. The court views this defendant through a long historical lens, not a single incident. When the charge is read, the stakes are spelled out cleanly: jail time, fines, and costs. There's no drama yet, just a cold reminder that the system remembers everything, even when people hope it won't. This is where denial quietly starts to clash with documented reality.
I had my license the next day after that. The only reason it got suspended was due to an insurance issue. I literally got my license within 24 hours of getting that ticket, man.
And you already have a subsequent offense on October 9th.
What do you mean? The driving on a restricted?
Yes.
That's because the cops don't know what they're doing. The only restriction I have is that I mess
So
up.
you don't have a PR bond, you have a cash surety bond, sir. What you need to do now is come in and post your cash surety bond.
I don't have money, sir. I mean, I guess you got to put a warrant out.
Well, and that's what we'll do, sir. You have a warrant out.
Why did you do me like that? Like, I literally have a license and you're doing me like this. Like, I had a license when I got restricted. The only restriction is that I must have obtained
You want me to
SR22
read through
insurance,
your
but it does not.
enormous list of prior violations to tell you why I'm doing you like this?
And that's what I'm talking about. Is I haven't had a license in over a decade, and I finally get my license. You're gonna give me a warrant? Are you serious? I finally spent 10 grand and spent 2 years to get my license. And you're gonna give me a warrant?
When is it?
The moment the defendant pleads not guilty and demands a jury trial, the tension sharpens. The judge explains bond conditions, but slips in a devastating detail. If this man were physically present, he'd already be in jail. That's not a threat, it's context. The court is already extending leniency, and the defendant doesn't seem to realize it. Even worse, he's actively sitting in the driver's seat during the hearing, reinforcing the court's concerns in real time. What's meant to sound like confidence instead comes off as recklessness.
To be unsuspended.
Do you want me to bring it in right now?
Till the 20th of September.
Sir, I promise you I have a license. I'm trying to explain this to you. The only reason I lost my license was due to the insurance that I had a mishap with them. So then I called them. I re-got my insurance, which is SR22 insurance. That is a liability insurance for a driver. I'm getting sued through a law firm.
Here's what I'm asking you. When is it you went?
8/27/2024 is when I got my first one issued, but I must obtain the special insurance in order to keep my license. That insurance, they said I didn't fill out paperwork and sent it in, but I had the paperwork in front of me. But I fixed that the day after getting that ticket. That's the only reason it was suspended, was because of the insurance drop. But I legitimately got it within 24 hours after getting that ticket. And then the restriction.
This is where excuses flood in. The defendant insists the suspension was just an insurance hiccup and claims he fixed everything within 24 hours. But the court immediately counters with another offense date. Each explanation opens the door to another contradiction. When bond shifts from personal to cash only, panic sets in. The phrase "put a warrant out" lands like a brick. Suddenly, this isn't hypothetical anymore. The courtroom patience thins as accountability replaces debate.
Day after I got the driving on restricted, I took that, and because I'm tired. I pay $300 a month to keep my license, and I keep getting harassed by the police officers because in their system it just says restricted, and it does not give any restrictions. So I went to the Secretary of State the day after getting driving on restricted, and they told me the only restriction I have.
Because the other thing is you don't ever have insurance. But for you to get your license back from Secretary of State, even though you didn't have insurance in February of this year, you must have it now or they wouldn't have given you your license back. So you're telling me you have insurance?
Yes, there's insurance on every vehicle I drive, and I have a license.
I'll tell you what. You send proof that you have insurance in by close of business today, and I won't put a warrant out.
Emotion takes over. The defendant frames himself as someone who finally did things right after a decade of struggle. But the judge isn't moved by effort alone. Eligibility matters. The court challenges the timeline, pressing for specifics, while the defendant leans on personal history and frustration. This clash reveals the core disconnect. One side argues feelings and effort. The other relies strictly on records and compliance. Sympathy doesn't override paperwork here.
22 insurance. I'll bring that paper in too, because that's like my personal insurance for me. But I am eligible to drive anybody's vehicle that's not registered in my name. So it's in my wife's name, but there is insurance on every vehicle I drive. But I'll bring you this insurance paper too, the SR22, that covers me for anybody's vehicle. So
You to warrant. You understand that?
I don't have no way to send nothing in. Can I just bring it in?
You can text a picture of it. It should be in the car with you, right?
Yeah, it's somewhere in this mess because once again, I've been.
All right. Then you have almost 2 hours to find it in your car, take a picture of it, and text it to the district court.
Where do I text it to?
Okay. Listen to me. Right on your notice to appear today is the phone number for the district court, 673-0400. And they will give you either an email address where you can send a photo of that in or text it into them. I'm giving you an opportunity.
Insurance becomes the battlefield. SAR 22 restrictions, paperwork, miscommunication. It's all thrown into the mix. The defendant claims police harassment and systemic confusion, while the judge listens carefully but skeptically. The court points out a simple truth. Licenses don't get reinstated without compliance. This section shows the judge testing credibility, separating what sounds plausible from what's provable. The defendant talks fast, but clarity keeps slipping away.
Suspended or revoked.
For 10 years, I finally got my license. And ain't shit changed with you guys. I'm still in court, even though I got my license.
All right. Well, you know what to do. All right. We're all set for today. You'll get another court date in the mail.
So just the
Send that
court
proof of
number.
insurance in.
Just the court number. That's all I gotta do is just text it to the court number. I mean, I'm gonna screenshot everything I do because I don't know how to do this. I've never done this, dude. Because once again, I've never had my license before.
I don't know how that's supposed to make me feel sorry for you. You've
I don't
just
want
been
to feel
driving
sorry for
around
my
for
life.
10 years, even though you're not supposed to be driving around for 10 years.
I mean, I got
Right?
a family. What am I supposed to do? Just let them live on the streets? I mean, it is what it is.
No, sir. You're supposed to follow the law like everyone else. And when you don't, you get in trouble for it, right?
And I've handled it every time, but I don't deserve this one. And that's the only reason I'm getting so fucking pissed. I'm sorry for my language. I
right.
seriously put 10,000.
Here's the unexpected turn. The judge offers a lifeline. Proof of insurance by the end of the day, and the warrant stays off the table. This is mercy wrapped in procedure. But even this chance becomes stressful as the defendant admits he doesn't know how to send documentation. The clock is ticking, and what should be a simple task feels overwhelming. The system gives him an out, but only if he can beat it halfway.
Mr. Reed, I'll make another deal with you. I see a whole bunch of criminal offenses in your record here. And you said you've dealt with it every time. I got a bad feeling that when I run your name, you owe the court a lot of money and haven't paid off these going back till 2016, 2010. But you're telling me you took care of it every time, so you don't owe the court a bunch of money on a bunch of files?
No, I meant like I took care of everything to get my license. But yes, I pay you guys $40 a month.
Okay, so you tried to take care of it, but you really haven't.
No, I literally
You
have.
just rack up more and more money that you owe the court every time you get caught, right?
No, I pay $40 a month like I have been. I mean, I've had an agreement with you guys for like 3 years now that I paid. I don't.
Sir, you would owe thousands of dollars to court. $40 a month is not really making much of a dent in it. And then you just keep driving. Because the time before this was February.
Frustration explodes. The defendant vents about harassment, effort, and wanting to give up entirely. The judge responds with a blunt reality check. This is far from the first offense. Patterns matter more than promises. Years of similar behavior drown out claims of reform. This moment isn't cruel, it's cumulative. Courts don't reset history just because someone says they're tired now.
This year, you were driving without insurance. when you weren't supposed to be driving, right?
When? February what?
You owe $5,777 to the court for unpaid traffic matters going back to 2018. And you're vaping in court as you sit in the driver's seat of your car for a driving while license suspended.
I have a license. Yes, I'm sitting in the driver's seat of my car because I have a license.
Sir, listen to me. I'm going to explain this to you as easily as I can. You have a license, right?
Then the financial hammer drops. Thousands owed to the court stretching back years. Monthly payments barely scratch the surface. Each attempt to minimize the debt only reinforces the judge's point. Consequences compound when issues aren't resolved fully. The judge ties unpaid fines directly to ongoing suspensions, making it clear this cycle is self-sustaining. Responsibility delayed becomes responsibility multiplied.